I've been thinking. I think we need to go and find every single Roman ruin and artefact across the globe and blow them up. Because 2,000 years ago, some Romans were brutal to other people that may or may not be related to us. Sounds insane, doesn't it? Or what about we go and find every single church in Europe and detonate it with TNT? Because centuries ago, some priests burnt people at the stake. Madness. And yet that's exactly the same logic that's being used today when we're told that certain people should feel a sense of guilt and other people should feel a sense of righteousness. And that one group should benefit from something that the other group is not entitled to. Let's get something straight here. I'm pretty sure that vampires don't exist. So no one alive today was around in the 1700s, the 1800s, or even the start of the 1900s. Let alone the age of empire, conquest and slavery. So who exactly is guilty here? And guilty of what? Because once you scratch the surface, this whole idea completely collapses. Take me, for example. I come from Irish stock. The Irish were brutalised for centuries by the English, economically, culturally and violently, arguably as badly as any group across Europe. So what am I supposed to be? Am I a victim? An oppressor? Do I get reparations? Or do I owe them? And what about people from mixed race families? Are you both the victim and the oppressor at the same time? Should you pay reparations to yourself? And what about the history within these groups as well? Did the Native American tribes ever kill other Native American tribes before the Europeans arrived? I think so. Did they never raid? Did they never conquer? Did they never scalp each other? Yes. Did Africans never capture other Africans and sell them into slavery? Did they never collude, profit or benefit from when the Europeans came to their lands? Of course they did, because history is brutal everywhere, to everyone. The point is this: nothing is black and white. Nothing is clean. Nothing is simple. And pretending otherwise is not only dishonest, it's completely unhelpful right now. Now we hear constantly that we should feel guilt for the past, that we should pay for the past, that we should carry the moral burden of things that were done by people long dead. I don't feel any guilt. I don't feel any obligation. And I don't think it helps for anyone to think that way. What we should recognise is something far more mature and far more truthful. We are all, and I mean all, custodians of the past. Wherever you live, you are the custodians of everything that's happened that's allowed that country to get to the place that it's at today. We all inherit the world as it is, shaped by good, shaped by evil, genius, brutality, sacrifice and failure. Every road, every institution, all the technology, the value system and the nation itself is the product of its history, not some Puritan sense of utopia. So the question isn't who should feel guilty. The real question is, what are we going to do with what we've inherited? Because right now, this victim-oppressor mindset is paralysing entire societies. It teaches people to resent instead of to build, to demand instead of create, to hate themselves or others instead of taking responsibility for moving forward. And while we all fight each other over inherited guilt, a very, very small number of people sit back, profit, and just watch us tear ourselves apart. Here's the reality. We're all here, right now, alive, breathing the same air. We've been miraculously animated into a short physical existence from who knows where. We'll find out when we die. We're living on this fragile ball of rock and gas, spinning through an indifferent universe, and we have a choice. We can either spend this finite amount of time fighting each other over history, or we can say, all right, this is where we are, this is what exists, this is what we've inherited. And then ask, how do we use this moment to produce the best outcome for the most people? Because if we don't, guarantee you this, there are others on this planet who are more hungrier than you, more desperate, more ruthless, and far more willing to take what they want. And don't fool yourself for 1 second into thinking that the colour of your skin or your heritage is going to save you. If you're British, if you're Western, if you live in a nation that benefits from stability, infrastructure and prosperity, And what's mine is what they want, and what's yours is what they want too. The answer isn't endless guilt. It isn't self-loathing. It isn't hating the country that you live in, that you are part of. It isn't about dividing ourselves into victims and oppressors. The answer is unity, responsibility, and stewardship. Protect what we've all inherited, improve it, defend it, and pass something better on to the next generation. Because this only works if we finally accept the truth. We're all in this together.